Good morning, and this is Coolin's Morning Inspirations. Today is December 18th. It's a nice, pretty day outside here in Atlanta. I wanted to talk to you guys today about don't let your emotions get in the way of your success. Don't let your emotions get in the way of your success. And with saying that is basically a lot of times we're sitting here at the edge of success and then we throw it all away because we let our emotions get the best of us. Or you're in a relationship with someone and everything's great, but something that doesn't go your way, you have a hissy fit of it and you throw away everything over a simple issue, and then later on you look back at it and you're like, oh my God, that was the point where I lost chance at success. That was the point. I remember it at this point. I remember, like, for me, this is old story, and I mean it's not a make or break me, but I remember when I had a chance to do something in life, and I didn't take the chance on it, and I got upset about it because I had a job opportunity, and this is back when I was a teenager, and I started working. I didn't finish. I ended up getting my GED, and I didn't finish high school, and I was working at a gas station, and they were telling me that, hey, we want to make you a manager, but we need you to get your GED. And I kept procrastinating. I kept on choosing money over going to school, and I ended up messing up because by the time that they ended up bringing somebody in, and they kept telling me, the opportunity is still there. We just need you to go get it. But at this time, we need to have somebody in place, and you haven't, got what you need. And I quit. I got upset. I stayed there for a couple of days, but I got upset and I quit. And I think back at it, and this I'm in my 40s, and this was back when I was 19. And I think about it being at 19 at a management level. If I would have stuck with it, where could I have been? If I could have been in corporate, could I have been vice president of something? And I think about those times. And a lot of people do that on a daily basis. I see it at where I work at. I see a lot of guys put in a lot of time and effort into something, and then the first thing that they get upset about, like they throw away the chance at doing something in life because they get upset at it. They give up on something. I had a friend of mine trying to get her daughter registered into a school, and if it was up to her, she would have had quit because her emotions got in the way of her. Like, basically, they kept saying that there was different obstacles in the way, and she's just like, oh fuck, nah, I don't care. It's just not gonna get done. But I was able to, sit there with her and be like, look, we'll get this done. It'll be okay. And everything ended up panning out all right. And I was like, look at this. You wanted to quit and you wanted to give up. And not only, would you not have got this done, but you don't know the long effect because you were trying to, move your child out of a situation, and it's in a better situation now. And if you would have let your emotions get too far involved, it wouldn't have had happened. And so a lot of times we're going into work and we already have a chip on our shoulder, a lot of times we do. Or if we run a business, you could come in with a chip on your shoulder. not hear new ideas because you're thinking that somebody's trying to up you on something. So you let your emotions get involved of being successful. You could have somebody trying to give you a hand at something, or try to give you a handout at something, and because you're thinking like I don't need handouts, that you don't get this opportunity. But the opportunity is going to be presented to you, and you never know how God is presenting something to you. A lot of times God's presenting something to you in different ways, forms, and fashions, just to probably, test us. And I don't know how he works, but, that's just something that I think of every once in a while. And I know that in every aspect of the world, is the most important thing to have in this world is patience and understanding. Those two things, if you have a good amount of, there's nothing that you can't endure or learn to do. And a lot of times that we let that pressure bust us. But at some point, the people that are successful go through hell in one way, form, or fashion. You have to go into the game and be humble and take L's and come up with losses, hit the ground, hit the bottom. That's how most people become successful. Yeah, you have a lot of people that sit here and can, be good off of what somebody else had gave them, their parents gave them a jump on success. They had money, given to them, or business given to them, and then they get. But we're talking about the average Joe. We're talking about the everyday guy that has to get it out the mud and has to sit there and have to struggle through everything, and then you throw it all away. Like, before you sit there and let your emotions throw something away, you have an opportunity at something, and because it's not going the way that you want to, or it's not going as fast as you want it to, or you have to go and jump through a couple of doggone hurdles, and those hurdles are time consuming, not physically hurting you, they're time consuming. You have to sit in the waiting room and you're tired of waiting. You have to go find, documentation, but you don't want to find the documentation. You have to sign up for a class and take a class to learn how to do something in order to get something. Like, there's so many situations to where there's something that you need and you'll sit there and throw it away because you're letting your emotions get in the way of what you want or what you need. And a lot of times we can even let our emotions run people away. It's funny because I hear a lot of people say that, they try to produce people to express their emotions more. And I really believe it's not to express your emotions more. It's more so learn how to control your emotions. Always expressing your emotions and always putting your emotions out there is not always the best thing. Learn how to control your emotions. Learn how to control how you feel about certain things. Learn how to control how you express and dish out something, knowing if it is going to affect you in the long run, to where you can think 3 years down the line off of one move. That's why they say play chess and not checkers. Checkers is playing on your emotions. You're just playing off of every move, every step that you take, and every move that you make, you can get your head bust. But chess is more strategic. I'm looking at one move that I make, and I'm looking all around the board and seeing if when I make this one move, what in my way is going to be disrupted? What am I doing to the crew with this move that I'm making? Am I going to be setting the game up for failure with this move that I'm making? One move. You could be in there with a police officer and this police officer about to let you go, but you want to show your butt. And because you letting your emotions get involved and you don't know how to control them and you just want to express them, you end up locked up with people that they should be locking up. But nah, you in there because you want to show your ass. Don't let your emotions get in the way of your success. Don't let your emotions get in the way of your success. That's why it's good to meditate. It's good to find a quiet place. And if you have a ball so knotted up, find a quiet place and cry. Man, woman, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's good for everybody. Not out in the public, not having a hissy fit in public, falling on the floor in public. Find somebody who you could trust to talk to. Find a quiet place to where you can meditate and think about things, to where you can have a thought and be one with whoever your most high is, or just by yourself. Don't let your emotions get in the way of your success. Have a great day. Thank you for tuning in to the Unbreakable Black Man Podcast. Remember to listen out for up-and-coming shows, and you can also follow me on all social platforms at Unbreakable BMP. If you would like to reach out with topic ideas, or even if you would like to be a guest on the show, you can always reach me by email at theunbreakablepodcast@gmail.com. As we close out, always remember your tongue is strong, but your mind is even stronger. So stop just talking about it and make shit happen.
If you're trying to find love, know it's hard to keep. Even when it gets tough and you wanna leave, take a look into your eyes where I find reason. Yeah.